Hi guys, follow me on Instagram to never ever miss any of my crazy updates. Hi guys and welcome to another vlog. I am driving this. This is the Maruti SX4, the replacement of Motor Memes project car, the Maruti Baleno, and I get this car courtesy of Durga Car Decor. So make sure to give them a follow on Instagram. The link is in the pinned comment. So as you can see, the design is sort of having a crossover element to it. Now this is not the top trim, that's why it comes with 15-inch wheels. The other variant used to come, I think, with 205 section tires and 16 inches, which used to affect the fuel economy, of course. The design has obviously kind of become a little dated, but will remind you a little bit of the Kizashi as well. I love the wheels on the top trim, the alloys. They look really cool and nice as well. And coming to the rear, you see that the design of the vehicle will also remind you of other Maruti cars from that era. So this is a VDI trim. In terms of boot space, well, this is the key in my hand. Let's open the boot, which means that I have to actually put the key here because this is the lower trim and the boot is actually decent size. It's pretty good. Let's open the rear seat of the vehicle. Not open the rear seat, the rear door. Decent amount of space on offer. A big upgrade from the Baleno, which had a low seating position. This has a high seating position, a center armrest, but only 2 headrests. No 3 headrests, and thankfully they are adjustable. Meanwhile, the door pockets at the rear are also big enough. Yeah, big enough door pockets at the rear with a bottle marking too. Why do you keep closing? I'm talking, bro. Yeah, bottle marking too. Let's get inside. So it has a request sensor, I believe, at that time, and the dashboard looks pretty good. I think this was launched somewhere around 2008. Yeah, the dashboard is very functional, and buttons here and there, and of course the switches which are there in almost every Maruti car. So how do you like the design of this dashboard? Can this be the smallest vlog I've ever made? Well, let's attempt with that by making this a really chintu vlog, because there's a display there. Let's actually turn on the vehicle here, put the switch inside, the key inside, and then turn on the car. There it rose to life. My hand is coming in the way, I'm so stupid. So there it shows you the temperature as well as the time, the CD player, and it actually got climate control air conditioning as well. This is of course the instrument cluster, which has this chrome surrounds, which looks cool and premium too, and headroom is plenty. This car is actually very tall and very rugged. But how is it to drive? This is the diesel. How many times will you review the same engine in other cars? Straight away into first gear. First and foremost, I'm quite surprised by the build quality of these cars, the old Maruti cars, because I mean it feels very well put together. Of course, a lot of hard plastics and all, but it doesn't feel like it's aged much. So this is the diesel powered Maruti Suzuki SX4. Now the SX4 is sort of something which comes from the S-Cross, and here we are into first gear, revving the motor. Nice 4000 RPM into second gear. There is turbo lag, but because this is an old car, it certainly has that charm. Okay, wipers are making a lot of noise. This is the older car, rather this is the older diesel car from Maruti Suzuki. It has a charm in the sense that the diesel engine has a lot of lag, but then the mid-range is really nice and strong, and once the turbo spools up, it pulls nicely but hits abruptly a red line of around 4000 RPM. There's some right now, I think, low on fuel probably, but otherwise it used to rev all the way to 5000 RPM, which was the USP of this vehicle, or rather USP of the 1.3 litre multi-jet diesel engine, which is also powering this vehicle. And this 1.3 litre multi-jet diesel engine produces, hold your breath, 90 horsepower. Yeah, that's more than the Toyota Corolla diesel. Wow, amazing, isn't it? Give it that a big thumbs up. Jokes aside, performance is okay-ish, nothing great as such, nothing like which would put a big smile on your face as such, but it has more than enough grunt you would ever need. So in terms of taking a U-turn, well, no problem. Yeah, turning radius is slightly on the high side, and here we are into first gear. The motor is not going to move. There's some, yeah, there we are. Fuel. Not fuel, there's water in diesel or something of that sort. And you see the motor gets really very vocal, which is not such a good thing because you don't want a vocal motor. Now I got into the wrong gear. I should have been in second. I got into fourth. Steering is lifeless. Yeah, it has some amount of weight to it, but feels lifeless. Look at this, where it's going. I don't know where it's going. Ride is decent. Came with really chunky tires as well. So it's a sedan which has some amount of off-road ambitions. Meanwhile, braking performance is good. Body roll is obviously there in plenty and in abundance as such. This is going to be a short drive because I'm getting bored already. Why am I getting bored? Because it's the same thing as the Dzire, as the Swift, as the Ritz. Everything almost same engine and everything same as well. But an SX4 in the used market is an attractive purchase because you can get one for a steal deal with plenty of features. The Z trim had a lot of features as well for its segment at that time when it was launched, which was a great thing too. Yes, it could have had a soul. The petrol engine was slightly more peppier, but the diesel obviously better on fuel economy. This will return somewhere around almost 20 kilometers per liter, which is great. 200 newton meters of torque, which means that it has a good torque rush as well. So I'm just going to end this vlog. Yeah, I'm just bored. I'm so sorry, but this car just feels like all other Maruti diesel cars from old. Bye bye. All right. Petrol SX4, because Fazbean's vlogs cannot be short, so we have to do another vlog, this time on the petrol, controls from the Swift, and off we go. Petrol motor. I just said motor instead of motor. That's kind of weird. Anyways, brakes feel very grabby and sharp, and this is, I think, 1.6 liter petrol engine. Who cares? Because the performance is really nice, really smooth compared to the diesel. Yes, it is so much more refined, although the low end isn't that great. Steering kind of feels lackluster in this car. I don't know why. Diesels always behave better in that sense because, of course, diesel has the torque rush, and beyond the torque rush, the diesel also benefits from the fact that the front is stiffer because of the additional weight of the diesel engine. Brakes are nice. I like the brakes, but it's really the performance which is so exciting, because obviously petrol engines are much better than diesels. Diesels are economical. This one was a fuel guzzler mainly because the tires width was so big that did not bode well in terms of fuel economy. However, in terms of performance, here we are into first gear. Give me first, and there we go, making an overtake no problem at all because it has a rush. It is better when you push it harder somehow because it doesn't have that initial low end, but does feel nice and exciting near the red line, which is 6,500 RPM. Around the corners could have been done better. Has some amount of body roll for sure, although ride quality is pretty decent. Here we go. Come on. See, building. And that's when you realize that every time you want to get going fast, you are better and happier downshifting this vehicle into a lower gear. So here we are. We're going to take a U-turn into first gear. Give indicator. I like how the older Marutis had sort of a proper click for the indicator. A little bit more reassuring the feel for sure. Here we are into first gear. You see wheel spin? Here we go. No, because of the wide tires, wheel spin isn't a given every moment. So overall performance of this car is pretty nice, pretty decent. Without a doubt, feels eager, feels exciting as long as you pull it hard higher into the rev range. Otherwise, it just falls flat on your face, and you realize that what the hell are you doing? Because low end is a little bit lacking, especially when you compare to the diesel. The diesel also has low end lag, but once the torque rush comes, there's a kick in the pants feel. The kick in the pants feel actually comes in the top end of the rev range. What we're going to do is we're going to do left foot on the brake. No, whatever, left foot, whatever. Here we are, and see, wheel spin is a little difficult in this car. Almost 7,000 RPM. Impressive stuff, huh? SX4, impressive stuff. So I was saying it doesn't wheel spin that easily because of the wide tires, like really wide rubber on this vehicle. But how is that possible that it's not wheel spinning? It should be wheel spinning, right? Of course it should be, because it's a front wheel drive car, and front wheel drive cars are known to spin their wheels for no reason whatsoever. So we are going to try and spin the wheels. Here we are, driving the motor. That is my boy. That is what should happen every time you get under the throttle. I can wheel spin the nuts out of this vehicle and the tires would go for a toss, but we should not do that. We'll just end this vlog. Bye bye. Proud and simple.